Hey, busy bees, let's get into it.
There it goes. Hey, everybody. I can get it. Let's see here. How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, our slash this morning. Um, I see here. Trying to make sure. There we go. Hey, Amy. So I have some bowling shirts that I have to get completed and get out of here. And what time is it? Like 1 something in the morning. In the next few hours. So I am going to attempt to go ahead and get that done. Once I get the back and bottom of this done, then I'm gonna go ahead and work on the other four. I've already done a towel for the bowling team. Um, and it's just like a little logo. I put it on my TikTok feed earlier today. If not, y'all can go check out my other social media and just look on my bio. I think I put it on there earlier today as well. Hey, everybody coming in. How y'all doing? Trying to make sure this keeps up. Okay. All right. So, excuse my camera if it starts shaking on you all. Hey, Randy. Um, I bought a little camera stand that the base of it is not very sturdy. So, I'm gonna have to look for another one. If y'all have some just suggestions, let me know. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this bowling shirt done. But this is the bottom of the bowling, and there it goes. It's wobbling. Sorry. And it's being extra. Let's see if I can get it to stop. All right. So this is the bottom back of the bowling shirt. So we're just gonna get this placed. And what I did is before I printed everything out, I printed one mock up. And off of that mock up, I went ahead and wrote down like all of where I wanted everything placed. So that way I can make sure everything is exactly where I want it. The only thing, like on this one, I actually put little hash marks, except for on this back piece, I did it because I knew it was just going to go at the bottom. So that is what I'm doing right now, just trying to line it up to figure out exactly what I want. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Regarded Ape. How y'all doing this morning? Let's see here. And what I'm going to do is put it right above that stitch line on the hem. And I'm just lining it up. Let's see, because I have y'all facing me. So I will show y'all once I get ready to heat press it. But I have on here some corners, and then I'm just trying to line that up on the corners where the color changes. So we're just going to, and that's why it takes me a minute to do these, to do any shirt, because I like want it perfect. I guess that's a good thing and a bad thing. Alrighty. Let's see here. Hey, everybody, just coming in. I am trying to get a bowling shirt completed. I have four more to do once I get this one done. So, once I get this placed at the bottom down here, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all what I've done so far. And this is going to be the last picture that I have to, or print that I have to put on this shirt, because I have 6 on each shirt. Hey, Becky. Hey, Chrissy. How y'all doing this morning? All right. So does anybody on here do customization? And if so, have you ever done a bowling shirt? Or what's your favorite thing to customize? Hey, everybody coming in. Thanks for all the love. I appreciate it. All right, so I have my heat press set at 345 for, or is it 320? Let me see. 320 for 45 seconds. But thus far, this is the front of the bowling shirt. And then on both sleeves, I added that. So that's what I have on both. And then on the back, this is a company out of St. Louis. And so this company is sponsoring the bowling team this year. And that's what I'm about to get ready to press on the very bottom. So when I press this on here, trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody comments. When I press this on here, I have that like really slick sticker feel. And so I always lay something else, like after I press it the first time, I lay something with texture on top of it to kind of press it into the material so you don't have that vinyl feel on it. Alrighty. See if I can get this thing to follow and do what it's supposed to do. Okay. I am going to, let me see here. How are we going to do this? Okay, so with the bowling shirts, you have these lovely buttons. If you put this on the heat press, they are going to pop it. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Laura. So, yeah, they are going to pop. They are going to split open, whatever you want to call it. These buttons aren't going to be here if you put them on the heat press. So when I get ready to do the name, I have to make sure that this is on the very edge of the heat press to where this is out of, is not underneath the heat press at all. When I did the top of this, what I did was, and again, yeah, I'm so sorry because this camera stand, it moves with me, but it doesn't have a really sturdy base. I'm looking for another one. So if y'all know of one, let me know. But what I had to do was I had to, unfortunately, I don't have a heat press that pulls out. But luckily, what I did was I went on the side of it and I kind of threaded it onto it. So not the whole thing was on there. And so the buttons were on the bottom of the heat press. It wasn't underneath it at all. So that's what I'm going to do to this, to where I'm just kind of going to thread it on. Only thing is I'm going to have to be kind of careful because this is going to bunch up a little bit. And of course, it's going to be on the other side. I just try not to bunch my stuff up too much. But it has, like I said, I put something on it to press the actual print into the material, and it feels so much better. Hey, Michael. Alrighty, so do not talk about my camera and all of it shaking, but I am about to go over to the heat press, and this little monitor is going to follow me and probably wobble a little bit. I have something on top of it, so hopefully it's not too bad, y'all. Alrighty, let's see. No. All right, it's not too bad. Okay, so this is my pillow that I am going to put on there. I just use parchment paper, especially with sublimation. I have stuff down over here like cardboard and stuff that I use for my sublimation as well. But let's see here without burning myself. Ooh, I gotta concentrate, y'all. I'm trying not to get hurt over here. So just bear with me. And again, as you can see, yeah, it's going crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. So let's see. This is going to be kind of funny because it's barely going to fit all the way on there. So this is going to have to be done in two presses because I still have some hanging off. And then I also have this handle right here too. So it's hanging off just a little bit. Hmm. And I could just lay it flat, but I was trying not to put that design on the bottom. Oh, and I'm gonna have to, and I don't want to. Okay, because we're not pressing this twice. I refuse to press it twice. So what we are going to do is just put it on there, and I'm gonna put, because I have that pad underneath there, so the other um, design on the front should be fine. We're about to see. I bought extra just in case something happened, but we should be just fine. All right, so now I got to straighten this back out. That's normally, I know a lot of people are like, you put so much tape on it, but I know how rough I am with this. So some of it came off, whereas some of it is still on there. And so I'm just going to reline it back up. Let me make sure I didn't have any special instructions. So the back, no. Oh, I just did the specs for it. That's it. All right, let me move this. Okay, so hey, everybody coming in. And this is why when people place orders, I tell them to give me a while to get their stuff completed because I know it takes me, depending on what it is, especially if it's something customized like this, I don't want to rush it. Sometimes you're in the mood to be creative, sometimes you're not. So I need that time to be able to come up with stuff. And then I love when people give me the opportunity to be creative. So that way I can see how am I gonna do this again? Okay. That way I can work my magic, give them something different. And then that's the fun part for me. Okay. Oh, I love that. Jesus saves. I know that's right. we're just gonna slide this pillow in. Because I want to make sure I'm getting pressure everywhere. And I need to get it. And y'all will see me move stuff. I don't know how many times, but again, I am just that anal on stuff. At least you know if you order from me, I'm gonna take my time with your stuff. It's not gonna be rushed. Okay. All right. There we go. And that pillow was good right there. Yep. Okay. So I'm just gonna lay this straight down over here. Try to go slow so the camera doesn't rock too much for y'all. All right. Oh, but like I was saying, for the parchment paper, so when I do sublimation, if anybody does sublimation, I normally use like crafters paper or like a butcher block or something like that. A bit not butcher block, butcher paper to let me get this lined up to put in between material and heat press so that way you don't have to worry about that sublimation print coming off on anything at all. Um, but I have found recently that if I go ahead and just put this right here, if I go ahead and just use parchment paper, I can use the parchment paper like 5 or 6 times, if not more, without having to change it out. Love that. Because with the crafter's paper or the butcher paper, like as soon as you press, because I like to make sure, like a shirt like this, if I was doing sublimation, I would put the paper underneath. I would put a cardboard with paper wrapped around it. And then I will put more butcher block paper on top of it just to make sure nothing bleeds through anywhere. And so because I've had stuff happen, and so I just layer everything up everywhere. Everywhere I can possibly layer it up, it gets layered. Let me move that back some. Okay, I got that up front. Okay, so again, this is at 320 for 45 seconds. And this is a 16 by 20 heat press. So um I am going to do this, and this will be a shirt done. We have, like I said, 4 more to go. The sleeves aren't too bad. It's just like from now, it's just lining everything up. I know the name. Like I said, I wrote down all of where everything is supposed to be at. I just need to double check the name placement on this, so I can make sure it's correct before I do another one. Um, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get everything knocked out. And I will get one of those towels in just a minute so I can show you. All right. I'm just gonna slide everything over. We're gonna pull this out. That was hot on my foot. All right. So when did I start doing this? I can't even remember. But I started oh, let me go down, make sure I see everybody coming in. So I started seeing people with like the little glass blocks to make like to help cool down their print and stuff. And then I I was just like, the only thing they're really doing is just making sure that transfer is on that paper. I mean, is on whatever material they're doing. So I just kind of go through, especially on my larger ones, and make sure that I just kind of slide. I don't care what it is. Sometimes I use the little things for my tumbler and go like this. And once I take this pillow off, it's not going to take but a hot second for this to cool off, for me to take this off. And then we're going to, and see it's starting to cool off, um, put the pillow back, and then I'm going to press it with that other material that I was telling you about. But I want to make sure that this is in here really good, but it should be. So I'm just going to go through and start peeling up the tape, because if I see that something's not on there good somewhere, I want to, and see that's on there. So that's good. I want to be able to go back. Hey, Darla. So anybody in here, have you ever done a bowling shirt? Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Corn. Or does anybody bowl? And if you do, what do you look for when you're looking for your shirts? I use the tape that I use is let me see. I will put it in. I got it off of Amazon, but it's two rows of 20 millimeter by 33 mil. It's a 108 foot uh, tape, no residue. It's heat resistant. So that's it. I just got it off of Amazon the other day. And I like the wide tape because of I just kind of throw stuff around. You're welcome. So I just kind of throw stuff around and kind of rough with them in between, picking it up here and taking it over there. And sometimes, like, this is pretty big. If I use this tape, the thinner tape, it just comes right off. So I would rather put more tape down and not have to worry about having to come back over here and realign everything and blah, blah, blah. The skinnier tape I use for my tumblers, and that works pretty good for me on that. But I would use both on my tumblers, but especially like around the rim, I use the little skinny tape. Now that's something else that I love to do is I love like doing tumblers and custom tumblers. Um, I also just bought like a little kit that's supposed to help you um, pull in the paper on, like, to make it nice and tight, to make it easier for you to tape for the tumblers. So I'm gonna see how good this works, because sometimes on some prints, depending on what it is and how I have to customize it, it might take me like a good 5 minutes to get a really nice, tight um fit of the paper around the tumblers. We're going the wrong way. There we go. Let's see here. That might make it better. Now, what was really busy for me was May. I have kids that are in two different schools, and I have my daughter has autism, so she has a special education teacher and a paraprofessional that helps her out, that she's just loves. And so I like to show my appreciation by not by buying, but making them different stuff. And look at that. Beautiful. Woo. Beautiful. Okay. So, and it has that, when I rub it, that plasticky feel, that vinyl feel. And that's what I want to try to get away from on here. But, and it's nice and shiny, but it's pretty. I am very much into bright colors. I love it. So, I am going to go ahead and put this on the heat press, like I said, and put some texture on here, um, and see what we can do. Let's see. Hey, Hector. Hey, Julie. Hey, Pamela. Oop, sorry, that's me hitting the camera. Trying to put this pillow in here. All right, so we're going to do this again. And this is the other side. Nothing happened. But hopefully y'all can hear that. That's after I put the texture on there. Whereas that thing doesn't stop. On this side, it's like so much, it's like really dull. And like I said, it's like that vinyl feel. So we want to get rid of that. We're not trying to have that on the bowling shirt. So hopefully I'm only up for another couple of hours trying to get this done. Can you hold on, Adeline? Let me see. You want me to answer you about what? Let me see what I missed, honey. Jeanette, you really want what? And Adeline, what was your question, sweetheart? Hey, Rufus. Okay. I guess they left out because I don't see them responding and let me know. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this pressed again. Mm. All right, and so this is like my texture that I'm gonna lay down on top of this, y'all. Ooh, it almost burnt me. And it looks like I'm gonna have to go and press it just twice for it to fit across everything I needed to put across, which is awesome. Let's put those Teflon sheets down, and that's just gonna help make sure it's not burning the material. Again, we're at 320 for 45 seconds. Hey, everybody coming in. How y'all doing this morning? So I also just ordered a new microphone. So I'm gonna be testing this out soon. Um, and hopefully I like it. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Ooh, ouch, ouch. That kind of came up a little bit. Okay. All right. And I can see the texture in it. Ouch, that's hot. So I know it's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other side of it. I'm gonna give it a minute to cool off. And then we're gonna go ahead and press it again. But that bad boy is hot. Ooh, it's good and hot. Mm. It looks like my screen over here is not keeping up with all of my lovely comments I have going on. Hey, Liv. Hey, sweet granny. How's everybody doing this morning? Y'all, I'm tired and I'm so trying to stay up so I can get this done because let's see, my son has piano lessons at 9. So once I get done dropping him off in the morning, I need to go take this order to UPS because, hey, Nana, I need to take this order to UPS because I have another order of 25 shirts that I need to get started on tomorrow. Because tomorrow's Wednesday, so it's also church night. We are at right now. My women's group meets on Wednesdays, and so we are in. We ordered a book. I forgot what site it was off of, but we are in the book of Esther, and it's like a 3-week study, and it's very interesting. I'm enjoying myself on the book of Esther right now, learning a lot. Okay. So this should have had enough time to kind of cool down because it was really hot. And I'm gonna go ahead and press it down. Okay. On that other half. And yeah, as you can tell, it's pretty hard for me to kind of push that down. Um, but it's probably like medium to high pressure. But it's not that bad. I'm not gonna say it's like super high. So that's what I'm saying. It's more medium. But I had my heat press up before I moved into this room. And so it's so much easier now to like press down on it, lift up, and all that stuff. All right. So first shirt is done. Woohoo. Totally complete. We're going to slide that over. Hot. Hot. All right, yeah. So finished product that I actually like. It probably took me. Oh, I hate when that thing does that. My camera stand is all over the place. So it probably took me about ooh 3 or 4 days to design this. But I always ask for like a week and a half or so, because I like to make sure I'm incorporating in everything that the customer tells me about what they have going on. So anything that's custom, I want to know. Um, let's see. Let me see if I can go back and see what's going on with her. Anything that is custom, um, I like the opportunity again not to be rushed, but I like talking to people, even if it's on the phone, if it's, via chat, if it's email, whatever. I want to know about the person or the people that I am creating something for, because that gives me like a little bit more input into, okay, are you a little bit like, do you want stuff plain? Are you somebody who loves to see a lot of bright colors? Um, do you like over the top designs, or it's just let me get one word and just make it pretty? So that stuff. Hi Joy. Hi, Terry Lynn. So that's what I kind of like to know. And I know I have some orders coming up that I have an order for 3 tote bags, um, large tote bags, and it's for like an anniversary. And so I need to, I've already talked to them, and they, um, they gave me a little while to actually get it done. So that was awesome. It's not a rush job. And where is, here it is. So that gives me more time to be creative. They told me all about um, the people that I'm making it for. So, all right. So I am just going in and double checking. You know what? I'm not going to make this hard. I refuse to make this hard. All right. So we went up to, alrighty. So if I come here, all right, the top is at 7. The bottom is about 8.5. All right. And then top 7, bottom 8.5. And how far over am I right here? On the start of it. So on the other side. So 2 basically. All right. So we're going into top is 7, bottom is 8 already. Hey, everybody coming in. I am trying to complete bowling shirts. This is what we're looking like. So we are going to get started on the rest of them. I just had to check name placement. I'm going to go ahead and get this nice and folded up. Hey, everybody. Hey, Coca-Cola girl. Hey, Denise. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to cut this fan off. It's hot. Anytime I am in this room with the door closed and that heat presses on, I'm gonna start sweating. Oh, that feels so much better. Alright. Let me stop that camera from moving. Boom. And it's still blinking. It doesn't want to pay attention. There we go. All right. You can stop the rocking at least. Nope. There it goes again. Come on. All right. Let me just cut you off so it can stop moving. Because I'm not going to go anywhere right now. We're just going to get this shirt on nice and pretty for packaging. Hey, Renee. Pull that in just a little bit. Okay, so we are ready to go. All right, so this one I think already has, yep, the name in it. We are just going to, I don't even think I cut all this one out yet, but I'm going to make sure this name is on here right. All right, so we are supposed to be going over two. So that's from here to here. So it needs to come over some more. I want everything to match up. Hey, everybody coming in. I am doing bowling shirts. And so I have to get this out in the morning. I can't put this stuff on the right side. And so, and we are going to have to go down just a tad. And that might be too much. Let's see. Let's do it like this. Come right here. Yep. Nope. Hold on. I'm almost there. Let's see. Top of that 8 right there. All right. So I am just measuring up to make sure all the names are exactly where they need to be at. Because I don't want somebody's stuff one way and somebody else's stuff the other way. Okay. So right here is 2. And that was 7. Oh, that's 2. Let's make sure we're still at 7. Yep, the top of that R is at my 7. I can stop pushing it and make sure. There we go. this up just a little bit. All right, we should be good. So I measure a whole lot just to make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be at, yeah. I would rather do all this measuring and have it right than have it wrong. Hmm. I must have been really pulling because that need to come down. All right, how y'all doing this morning? Make sure I didn't miss any comments. Nope. Okay. Because apparently it's not coming over on my desktop right. Okay. So again, we want to make sure that we are 2 over. We basically are. And then I need to come down and make sure I'm at 7 here. So I need to come down. All right, let's try that again. Alrighty, that's at 7. And that's at my 2. Yeah. I was the hair off. That's it. So 2. Yep. And then we are going to make sure back at the top of that. Alrighty. Make sure this is straight going across. And then I'll be done with the name. And it is. Okay. All right, yeah. So we are going to take this down really good. Now I know I just did all that measuring, but I also need to, there we go over just a little bit. I'm just looking at it. All right, so we're good there. So now I'm gonna do the sleeves. And so for the sleeves, what I do is, thankfully, it already has that nice crisp line in it, and it's going up and lining up with the shoulder seam. And then, so what I'm going to do is just kind of line it up with the seam that's on the bottom right here, match those up. And then, so before, when I did my dry run of just, before I printed everything out and saw how I wanted it, um, I printed it out on regular paper, and I went ahead and marked everything. So on my sleeve, I'm going to go up 1 inch, and then From the top of the sleeve down, the top of it should be 5 inches. So give me 1 second so I can hop off screen really quick and grab that because I need to cut it out. Let's see here. Oh, I need to get the towel to show y'all too. Let's see, where did I put the towel at right here? Okay, so I got to get those cut out really quick. But this is the towel, the bowling towel embroidery that I did. So there we go. Hold that back up nice and neat. And they're not going to need this stuff until August, but um per my you know what, I can go ahead and put that shirt in here too. Per my contract, this needs to be out of here tomorrow. And then that way it gives me a little bit of leeway with shipping, and it's also the client's going to get it early. So that's always a plus if you can get it to your client earlier than what they are expecting it. So when y'all receive packages in the mail, doesn't matter if it has, because I've seen a lot of people um, purchase them, and it doesn't. When I get my packages, it doesn't bother me either way. But does it make a difference to y'all if it's like in pretty packaging, or like the what I send my stuff out in is, let's see if I can grab it. It's on the other side over here. It's just regular poly bags. But I've been seeing like the cute packaging where they have the different prints on them and all that. So that's nice. It's a nice added touch. But when I get stuff, it really doesn't matter to me what the package is on the inside. I just want what's what the package is on the outside. I just kind of want what's on the inside of it. So does that really matter to a lot of people? Let me know. Ooh, I was going too fast. I almost cut into my print. Would not have been good. Come on, y'all. Let me know. Does packaging matter? Is it a big deal to y'all, or are y'all like me? As long as I get what I know is inside the package, I'm happy. If it's exactly what I wanted. Now I'm gonna have an issue if I order something and like anybody, and it's not what I want. Hey, Emmanuel. Hey, Meg. How y'all doing this morning? We are trying to complete some bowling shirts that need to go out this morning. So I will. The way I am going, what time is it, Lord? I don't have my watch now. Oh, 2 o'clock. Ooh, okay. By the time I get done with this, it might be time for my kids to wake up. And that just kind of depends on if my baby girl is going to stay asleep or not. Hey, Amy. Hey, Rena. How's everybody doing this morning? So, does anybody in here have a DTF machine? And if you do, what machine do you use? Nobody? Or is everybody just quiet this morning and scanning? Are y'all at work bored? Are you in bed and can't sleep? I know when I was working in the hospital, what is Q6 right now? What is it? So I just put the one up that I was doing. So I'm doing a bowling shirt, right? So I'm cutting it out right now. So this is going to be the bottom, back. Then this is going to be the bottom front. And then I also have these little ones that are going to go on the sleeve. But altogether, I have six different prints that I have to put everywhere. And my baby girl was all over me today. She has autism, so she just has her days of I want to be with my favorite person and you can't do anything. Um, and so I was sitting in the office trying to work earlier today, and she wanted to be in my lap, so I couldn't get everything cut out and ready for tonight. So I'm having to cut out now, y'all. So we are cutting because she would have wanted to help me cut, and no, thank you. No, thank you. I would have been reprinting stuff. So does anybody have a DTF machine? And if you do, which machine do you have? Or do you have a sublimation machine or an embroidery machine? What machines are y'all using and do you like them? And how long have you been using them? Hey, Cookie. Hey, Rez. We're just getting this cut out so we can put this on this bowling shirt. So does anybody in here bowl, and do you just buy your bowling shirts, or would you prefer to actually get them like do you just buy them off of Amazon and just put your name on them, or do y'all prefer getting them customized and just before each season gets started actually um reaching out with somebody and getting it customized to your team, getting a little flair added to it for your season coming up. Hey, Cece. So this is what's gonna go again on the sleeves. And I actually have a custom hat that I'm gonna have to do. And they kind of gave me free range on the hat. So I don't know. Do y'all prefer hats that are embroidered, or are y'all in like for those of y'all that wear hats? or do you mind just getting it pressed on? Which one is better, do y'all think? Or does it just not matter as long as it's something cute? Hey, Paige. Hey, Kathleen. So, do y'all like, because I see y'all are so quiet this morning. Do y'all like, again, for people coming in, do you, when you do hats, do you like embroidered or do you like for it to be like DTF just stuck on there, or does it not matter? Let me know your preference. This talking got me thirsty. So I see they're starting to do the live auction on TikTok now. And I'm trying to debate if I should do the live auction. It looks like they are um getting like a lot of, hey Leslie, getting a lot of positive responses from it. When I got on, when they started doing it, I felt like I was like watching live QVC. Like everybody was, you know, the salespeople on QVC. So I was like, I don't know how to feel about that. Do y'all? Hey, sweetheart, how are you? Because I surely cannot pronunciate your username, baby. I'm sorry. But hello back to you. Good morning. Good morning. Because y'all, I'm probably not going to go to sleep. I think I'm just going to keep going. And I'm going to have to wear my kids out tomorrow because I am going to need them to go to sleep for me tomorrow night. Hey, Vicky. So this is the bottom front of the I'm sorry, I know it's blowing. My fan. It's so hot when you have a heat press machine in the room and the door closed. It gets hot. So I know it's blowing. But this is gonna be the bottom of the bowling shirt, y'all. Okay. And then we need the back. So how do y'all feel about, do I have it on this one? Yep. So how do y'all feel about the people going live and just like auctioning stuff off? Like I said, it gives me that like QVC vibe. Oh, thank you, Banda. I appreciate that. Hey, love over coffee. Yeah, do I have my? I don't, cause I'm up here squinting trying to see. I need to put my computer glasses on. That's what happens when you get a little older. Cause that's a bandana. See, y'all see him up here squinting. Hey, Joy. Okay, look at that. Beautiful. I can see now, y'all. All right. Okay, so I have the front, bottom. This is going to go at the back at the top. This is the back bottom. So that's 4 because we already got the name on there. And then 5, 6 because it's going to go on each sleeve. Oh, I hear my husband putting up the food. I forgot I was supposed to go clean the kitchen, y'all. Oh, well. Appreciate it. I was supposed to put the food up. He cooked. So I was like, I guess I can at least put the food up. But I came back here and got busy talking to y'all and getting stuff set up so I can get all this stuff done. All right, so let me double check. So the sleeve, I need to go 1 inch up and 5 down. And the only thing I'm gonna do is match up the sides and put a little crease in it. There we go. And then I'm just gonna match it up with this crease that's on here. Oh, where's my short one? Here we go. So we're gonna go 1 inch up. And the only thing I'm doing is I'm going to the hem, that top stitch, and I'm going 1 up, and it's just gonna match up with that bottom. Doesn't matter what part of the bottom, as long as I have the center lined up. There it is right there. So the hard part that I come in contact, hey Julie, with this to me is when I'm trying to see, I'm trying to put this down and then I have all this underneath. I want to make sure that I don't have so much like bulking up. I try to make it as flat as possible so that way I can make sure my measurements are right. And sometimes it's hard, yeah. All right. But I know my placement is right. So I'm trying to get it to a surface where it is as flat as possible. All righty. So I know that's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Hey, Cheyenne. Let's slow down. Alrighty. Let's make sure. Because that's the center. All right, we're going to press that again. Or press the tape down. Yep. All right. All right. So 1 sleeve down, y'all. Another one to go. Now, I think the one that takes me the longest is the name. Um, and on the other one, it didn't take me that long because that was my tester shirt. And so what I did was I went through, and that's the one I used my little white chalk on and measured everything. And so I had lines everywhere. I would just like you can get this at the sewing section wherever. Walmart or some craft store, Michael's, anything. But I just got this and I went through and got my rulers and measured kind of where I wanted everything and actually got printed out in this size and regular paper or off my sublimation machine. Um the correct size. And so that's why I put everything on the board. So when I get ready to go and do my placement, I knew exactly what it was going to look like rather than wasting printing it out multiple times. And I'm like, oh, that's not what I want. I don't like it like that. Especially when I have free creative range and um, somebody just tells me just to, like, I was told the colors that they wanted for the team, the name of the team, and that they want the name on the front and then just the name somewhere. So um, I went ahead and um, created it, sent them my quote. My quote was approved, and we got to work. Again, I do give long times initially just to say, if something ever pops up, I'm giving myself that leeway of because when I first got started, I didn't. I would work like a crazy person. I still work like a crazy person, but it's not as bad, it's not as stressful to where I give myself more time. So if something happens, um, and I can't get something done, I'm not as rushed. Why are you not? There we go. I couldn't see that crease as good in this one. And I don't know why. All right. So it looks like I might have a different audience in here. So y'all let me know. For hats, do you care if it's embroidered or do you want how I'm doing on this one where it's just DTF, like it gets printed out and pressed on there? Does it matter to you? And how are y'all feeling about like the live auctions and stuff on TikTok? All right. So now we're gonna go ahead. We had three of the four prints on the front of the shirt. And now we're gonna go ahead and just get started on the bottom half. And let's see. So 4 inches down. Wait a second. Yep, 4 inches down. Okay, I got it. From the button. Hey, hey, everybody. And where is my little? Like, I know I feel it. Okay. So 4 inches down. So this needs to come right here, the top of that. So the top of that design needs to go right there. And it needs to come over about right here. So I have 2 inches on this side, or 2 fingers. Move you back over. 2 on this. I'm cutting in over here. So pull it a little bit this way. So I have myself measured, but then I kind of eyeball some stuff. Hey Mary. I kind of eyeball some stuff. As long as it is close enough. I love perfection. But if I don't, if I'm not perfectly perfect, that is fine with me. Hey Carrie. We are doing a bowling shirt right now. Let's see here. This is more than an inch. And I think the other one Were you down? I think you were. So this one might be too high. I might have changed that. 'Cause 15 inches. I think I stuck with the 1 inch above the hemline. So it might be here and down. Let me try here. Let's try that. Actual. And then we're going to come up to right there. And I think that might be how I did it because that looked a little too far up. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Yep, perfect. And that's why I write everything down, y'all. So when I get ready to try to recreate what I did for everybody's shirt. So do I have any bowlers in here? Anybody who likes bowling? All right. So after I get this place, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to start pressing again. And I'm still gonna use the pillow. I'm trying to see. It is about even. Just trying to make sure that it's perfectly even. I don't like the way that's pulling. We are going to rock the boat just a little bit. Pull this over. All right, and take the bottom. Hey, Sarah, we are doing a bowling shirt right now. All right, yeah. So, tell me. And it better not have moved. It didn't. Okay. All right. So, does that name look straight to y'all? I think I'm good. And then we're going to go ahead and get the sleeves done. So, when I did it the other day, I pressed both of these at the same time. So, how does that look, y'all? Hey, Wendy, does that name look straight to you? Everybody else is being quiet this morning. Hey, Alicia. And then once I do the front, I'll go ahead and get that back going, y'all. Okay. So let me double check, triple, or whatever, because I probably measured it 10 times already, if not more. But we're going to check again. Yep, that's it. And then we're going to go here again to make sure and don't pull. Make that collar to get straight for me. Okay. Yep, we're good to go. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and which one do I want to do first? I'm gonna make sure that that is, yep, that's straight. Okay. So I am going to do that. Alrighty, there we go. So let's see here. So I went ahead and I'm gonna lay these flat right next to each other, and that's I'm gonna go ahead and get these pressed out, y'all. All right. And then I have to cut this thing back on. So my camera scan is a little wobbly out. Don't be talking about me. But we're finna walk over here. I'm trying to think how to I do it. I think I'm just gonna put the pillow not in the shirt this time, just underneath it. And then this one we actually have to um turn it sideways because those buttons we do not want underneath the heat press at all. They will pop, break, whatever you want to call it. It's not gonna work, y'all. Okay. So oh, I was not thinking about this when I put that bottom design on. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to do like I did the other day. Alrighty. Oh, the thing it lost me momentarily, y'all. Electronics. Okay. This is just gonna have to come off. Alrighty. Like I said, I was not thinking about that when I sat there and did all that and took my time to place it. But I know where it's supposed to be, so it's not gonna take long. All right. And so for this sleeve, I'm just trying to flatten it out as best I can. And I'm actually taking it off the seam and pulling it over so it's nice and flat and making sure the inside of it. Now it's one seam that's in there because these colors change. So you have that yellow and then you have the black. And so um, it does have that little seam. So I have to keep playing with it a little bit because I want it as flat as I can possibly get it. Okay. And then we're still going to still need the pillow. Okay. Oh, all right. So I don't need this underneath there because I'm just going to put the pillow underneath there. Smooth that out. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but I'm trying to get it as perfect as I possibly can. So that way I'm not having any issues with it not pressing out good and even. And then that's another thing, you're having the pillow underneath helps with that pressure and evening it out. And then right here is where my buttons are at. My handle to this is right here. And so I don't have my remote control to zoom y'all in, sorry. But I do have everything right underneath here. And I'm just gonna put my Teflon sheet so I don't burn my material, because we're not trying to do that, especially for this order that's going to go out tomorrow, 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 or today. It's the next day. Lord, y'all forgive me. I'm tired. Okay. Oh, I got to stand up. Okay. All right. But my buttons, wobbly camera. Um, my buttons are not underneath that heat press. That is the main thing. When y'all get ready to do stuff, make sure your buttons are not underneath there. That is a big problem because they will just break. I was doing a custom I was doing a custom football outfit, and I was doing it was like a gold shirt, and I was not even thinking, and I just pressed it and I popped it open, and that button was in half, and I was so upset because I had to go and buy another one. And I don't know what my heat glove is at, so oh, here it is. That's why. Hopefully that did not wake my kids up. All right, yeah. So let's come on over here. Hey, Doug. I'm gonna go ahead and do both sleeves before I get to the bottom. Ooh, that's good and hot. You know what? Instead of me keep raking with that. Um, I can put this in my basket for stuff I gotta mail out tomorrow. In just a minute. So I'm just gonna get this and press down and swipe across on these prints. And then I am going to pull up on the tape, but I'm not trying to pull up on the design yet. I do this just, and half the time it's already like coming up and it's coming off of the design and all that. Um, but I try to pull up so that way when I get ready to pull it off, if it's not coming off with ease, I can always put it back on and then repress it. Especially if I do anything like sublimation on a shirt, I want to make sure that I'm not having um, any issues. And like, let's see, depending on because I do sublimation on shirts, but it's like on different types of shirts. Like I'm with a new company right now. I have a lot of different vendors that I reach out to for different things. But um if and I'm kind of shopping around right now. And so depending on like the quality of shirt that I'm getting, because sometimes people just say, hey, I have one person right now who is doing like an election type deal. And so off of their shirt, they said, hey, I just want the cheaper shirt and I just want to advertise put, what I'm running for, what I'm standing for on the front of the shirt, because I'm just giving it away to help for, promoting me actually getting out there and running and putting my face out there. Because a lot of times we know with politics, the more that they see your name or your face, those are the people that you're really going to vote for, the people that they actually see out there. So she just wanted something cheap. So that's what I ordered. Like the cheapest version of what I can get her. And so just dealing with, like I said, different qualities. The sublimation is going to be a little bit different. So I might go in and press and let's pull, and that came off beautiful. So I might go in and press, and I'm like, if I pull up a corner and on that quality of shirt, the cheaper shirt, well, I might have pressed it at like 440 for 220 seconds. But when I did that, it didn't press like I wanted it to. And I'm a little particular. So I have to go back in. There we go. Pop that off. And that's why I was just kind of pull up a corner, and then that way I can see, and that has helped me because in business, once you get into something that is brand new, you have no idea what's going on. You make so many mistakes, and half the time they are costly mistakes that you learn, you remember, and you keep going. And so, I think I'm gonna do something eventually on like all the mistakes that I have made, and I still make mistakes. Like up on the board in the office, I have like stuff that I have lost. So it says 2026 losses. So that stuff that I might have printed, I didn't like the way it came out. It just didn't print right. It didn't look right, or like it might have had like a blemish. Like if I do a tumbler, I did a tumbler recently, and everything was perfect, but one little spot, like where the seam was at, that you shouldn't have been able to tell that it was a seam, it didn't lay down quite right, and it was a little blurry. It printed, but it was a little blurry, and it drove me insane. So I had to do it again. That was a loss. So that is the reason that I ordered this from Amazon, a little kit to try to help for with sublimation for tumblers. You're going to put the paper on it, and you have to like squeeze really tight and make sure everything is meeting just right, because you have to have that pressure. And then you put a shrink wrap on top of it, and then you heat it up, and then you put it in the oven and all that lovely stuff. So I am going to get better about either getting on TikTok or YouTube and trying to actually post at least once a week on here. And then I have like a personal YouTube channel where it's going to be um like I haven't posted on there in years. I actually got on there today and posted because I was just like, oh Lord, like I haven't posted on here in about 11 years. I was shocked that it's been that long. And so I said, let me get that back started. And so that's what um let's see. So that's what I started doing. So I'm gonna try to do better at posting on social media and just actually having, I think with a lot of it, over this past year, I have been trying to learn how to create, like to do my website. And I think I'm gonna actually revamp that. I gotta look. But like just learning business altogether, um, it has been interesting. And I actually have a business degree, but it's in healthcare administration. And so doing this was a little bit different for me. But the analysis of like the market and stuff like that, that's like going in and looking at different companies and stuff like that, that's actually fun. I love doing that. So I was just like, I need to just try to put a little bit more time and effort into mine um, overall, instead of focusing on one aspect. So growing it that way. So that's it. That's where I'm at. But let me show y'all this, because I will talk and talk because I'm sleepy and I'm trying to stay up to do this. All right. So this is, I put that a little closer for you. Okay. So that's the name. And it just has like little bowling people in there. I love that for the bowling team. And so I told y'all, if y'all know of a camera, because I got this from TikTok, and it's supposed to follow you, the stand, but the base is not like a sturdy base, and I'm trying to figure out how to I was trying to figure out if I needed to put um like a weighted I tried a weighted blanket. I'm trying to figure out what to put around the base. So, and I have my phone sitting straight up because before I had it at an angle and it was coming down looking at the table or whatever else. But this thing rocks so bad. So if y'all know of a camera system that follows you without the base being horrible, unstirred, unsteady, sturdy, whatever you want to call it, let me know. Please let me know. All right. So, and then this is the sleeve. Now, once I get the other sleeve done, now y'all can probably see because it looks like the light's hitting off of it. It's so shiny, and it just feels like it reminds me of like some latex something. Like it's just I don't know, y'all. Like there's something that's soft and smooth. I don't like it like that. I like to actually put, hey Mike, I like to actually put something on top of it to try to push this into the material instead of it just sitting on top. So once I get the other sleeve done, then we're gonna go in and press this and then press the name and then press the other sleeve. So that's giving it time to go in and let this stuff cool off. But all this talking I'm doing, it's cooled off, I'm pretty sure. But we're just gonna go ahead and keep going. Okay, yeah. And then we're gonna have to do so after this. Oh, I thought it had messed up. I was like, no. But once we press it again, I know it'll be in there real good. And it looks like it might be like, yep, it's a little edge that's not down. And I don't even know if y'all can see that. Let's see. So again, that's why I am really, I know that camera is rocking on y'all. I'm sorry. But you probably can't even see. But it is like lifted up off of off the shirt just like a hair right here. And so it's not all the way on there. And that's fine because again, that's why and when I hold it up it's kind of like rippled. But again, that's why I go in and I press it again. So again, it's pressed into the material. I don't have to worry about anything coming up. And I've been doing this is called DTF if y'all don't know. Where you put it on and it's like in the shirt. But it like I'm saying, it feels like a vinyl. It's like that sticker right now. And then a lot of times you get like that cracking. I have had cracking happen. And so, but it's was kind of earlier on in my process of doing everything. And that is because of like the powder on it, like the thicker the powder that you have on the back. And if you go to different powders that are actually just not for your machine, like the recommended, sometimes it's just like a little bit too thick. All right. Hey, Earth Angel. All right. So let's go ahead and get this printed because, again, I have to get this order done. Yeah. Because I will sit here and talk and talk and talk. And I am sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. All right. So I'm going to have it as flat as possible. We still have the pillow that's on here. So I'm going to have a little bit more even pressure. I'm trying to get it off the seam as much as possible so I can make sure the design is on there and pressed in really good. We're just doing this sleeve right now. And let's put this on here too. And we're going to press. And the only reason it was that hard is because I'm sitting down. And so I just painted this room. Um, and the wall behind that I'm looking at this way is like you can barely tell. Like if you're looking at both the walls, you can tell, but it's like a almost like a sky blue, but it's like really, really light. So I am going to make like some logo stickers probably to go on this wall, possibly. But I know I already have the setup that I'm gonna put on that wall over there. So once I get these orders out that have to get out this week, I'm gonna start working on that. And then I have more orders that have came in for stuff for this month as well. So in between all that, I'm gonna get all that stuff done, yeah. And again, we gotta work on the website. Hey bully mom. How's everybody doing this morning? All right, so it's cooled off. We're gonna go ahead and get that tape off of there. Again, I'm just gonna go around and kind of lift up and not pull it all the way if I can get it, yeah. And not pull all of it off. I'm just trying to get that tape off so when I go in to take it off, I can just slowly pull. And again, the reason I do this is just in case something's not on there, then I can go ahead and come on and put the tape back down and put it back underneath the heat press. Evidence get on there good. And that way I don't have to worry about something not lining back up. So I have had that happen before. Okay. So it came off beautifully. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is go back. Where's it at? Okay. So this is my texture, that cloth that I put on top. And so I'm going to put this on top of this and then press everything down. So I have to do both sleeves. Again, this is the bowling shirt that I'm doing. So I'm going to do both sleeves and I'm going to press because this one doesn't have anything on the side of the right side of the shirt. I'm going to do this by itself. And then I am going to do the name and this side together, lay it down, press it. Okay. And then we're going to do the bottom. And then we have two more to do on the back. And again, the pillow is still here. So it's going to help make sure I have that pressure evenly. Once I do the bottom on the back and the front, um, and then I used it on the top back as well. Um, then I just kind of, when I do the top back, I'm going to leave it on here, but I am going to, because it's going to be at the very top, I am going to thread it on this way, sideways, because this does not pull out. Eventually, I'm going to get one that pulls out, but it still wouldn't help because, well, I guess it would for the back if it pulled out and it was like a smaller one, like the 15 by 15 key press that I have, because when I press it, I do not want these buttons to go underneath there at all. I am not trying to have an incident where the buttons break on me. When I first did a shirt with buttons, that's exactly what happened. I was so upset. All right, so again, we just have to kind of lay this out to get it as flat as possible. Over as much as possible. And then put this on here and make sure those buttons aren't going to be underneath that heat press. Put our Teflon down so we can protect our material and nothing gets burnt. and then parchment paper. Hold on. Nope. Okay. I don't want any incidents with those buttons even anywhere near close to being possibly getting heated up. But so does anybody on here do sublimation anything? Because I have used crafting paper and butcher block paper, and I think that I like the parchment paper better because I'm not having to throw it away as much. And when I'm doing sublimation on a heat press, because on anytime you do with the other stuff, you always have to throw it away after you use it. And see, my buttons were out of there, so that was awesome. And that worked. And all of that is hot. Okay. And so we're just gonna switch sides. And I can tell because I can see all the texture and the lines. Um, like I said, it has that vinyl feel to it, and you can just see how smooth it is. But as soon as you add that texture and try to press it or push it more into the material, you can tell. And that's what I want. I want it in there, in there. All right, let's do that. That fell on the floor. That's fine. All right. Okay. Put this machine back on over here so I can see. Hey, Just Joe. Hey, Amanda. How's everybody doing this morning? So, bowling shirt is underneath the heat press right now. We're about to do the front of it because I'm done with the name and the two um, little logos on the sleeve. Ooh, and the ouch, it just fell. I was trying not to grab it because it's hot. I don't mind it being on the floor. I mind it burning me. And I need to put my trash box over here. I have it over there. So I'm just going to throw it on my floor because I'm going to clean up before I leave here. And I need to add it my way. I don't like feeling cluttered. It's got to go. I don't mind being in here as long as it's clean. Now, when stuff gets all over the place, that's when I start getting to where I can't operate. Is anybody else like that? I cannot. I can't operate in chaos. Organized chaos. Yeah. Okay. So just feeling that is a whole lot better. You can look at it and tell you can't see like that super shine that you saw earlier when I first pressed it. After that second press, we're good to go. Is this still? Hold on. I don't think I like the way that's looking still. All right, so I don't like the way this name over here is still peeling up. And I don't like that. I don't know what's going on with that. And it might be because it's so close to the buttons. And I don't want to keep pressing it right now. Because everything else is fine on that end. It's just this side. Mm-mm. Yep, right there. I'm about to say, no, it's not doing it, but yes, it is. All right. So I'm going to have to go back and press that before I'm done with this shirt. Yep. Because we're not sending that. That we would not do. And it's messed up. Okay. So let's get this straight. And the next shirt that I have to do, I have two larges and one 2X. Okay. And I'll be done with this order. I'm excited. I'm trying not to move too much because I know my camera gonna go up and down with me, y'all. I'm telling y'all, my thing has a mind of its own that I don't appreciate. So, anybody on here, do you have a DTF machine or a sublimation machine? Are y'all at work just trying to stay up? Or are you in the bed and bored and can't sleep? You don't woke up. Talk to me, y'all. I'm trying to get y'all to help me stay awake. I told y'all I still got 3 more shirts to do. Let's straighten this out. Hey, just Joy. All right, let's put this microphone over here. And put these over here. And get this shirt straightened out. We have been wrinkling it up just a little bit. I'm trying to get it straight because I'm gonna go off measurements, but I also go off of eyeballing stuff. Hey, hoop it up. So something that I was asking everybody else earlier. How are y'all liking the live auctions on here? Is that something that I need to do? Do y'all like it? Because I haven't really been looking to see what people are saying about it or um, done any research yet to see if it's something I want to do. Because I know I see people actually like making stuff um, while they are. Oh, let me show y'all what I'm putting on here. I'm sorry. So this is going. The name of the team is Ball Waxers, and so this is going on the front of the bowling shirt at the bottom. But that's about even right there. Yeah, I eyeball stuff a lot, but I do measure a lot too. And that was perfect. Come on, y'all, let me know. Do y'all like when they do the live things of um actually making it and auctioning it off, or you telling them what you want to see on it? Now mine, I won't be able to actually do that because I like to have the time to sit there and create stuff, um, and then get it printed out. Now I can do my orders like this with you all, but actually working on it like that, no. Not for what I'm doing right now. But I just want to know how people are liking that and responding to it. Because I have to do some research on that. See if it's something that like maybe for like a hat, if it would have to be like write it out, print it out, press it like I'm doing right now. And couldn't be embroidery. That would not work. Hey, Lavender Dreams. I like that. Cute name. All right. So bottom half of the bowling shirt is ready to go. So again, um, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and you know what? I just do this how I do the back. Instead of the first time I did it, I put the pillow, I slid it in. And I think what I'm gonna do this time, because I did the back like this last time, of just putting it straight on the thing because I already had the pillow on there, and just do it like that. I think it's gonna do just fine. Because I've been putting extra like parchment paper and stuff like that um when I did it at first, because it even like the company tells you that it might bleed and all that stuff. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna have any issues out of it, and I didn't. So all right, let's go ahead and get it together. Ah, okay. I'm pressing down to make sure that it's on the back, y'all. Good. Let's pull this pillow up and this push this back a little bit. Okay. And we are going to use Teflon sheets to protect our garment. And then I'm going to put my parchment paper on top. All right. So I have done, let's see, where am I at on here? All right, y'all. So I have bored y'all for like 2 hours. But I I'm just going to do the back, top and bottom left, and then I'm gonna do the other ones. But is it something that y'all have questions about? Like I said, I do embroidery, sublimation, um, and um, I do the DTF. Of course, what I'm doing right now is something that you have a question about, something y'all are looking at, and then like a project that y'all are trying to just reach out to a different company on that you have questions about before you reach out to the company. Y'all are so quiet this morning. I know it's what 3 o'clock in the morning, but hey, I need to talk because I need to step and get all this finished. So let me know something. Patty Bacon. Hello. That's making me hungry. Hey, Maddie. It is nice and cool. It doesn't take long for this to cool off, especially if I don't have the pillow on the inside of it. And I'm just using this and scraping it. Do you have to do this? No. But I have all those like little dotted pieces, and it just helps my mental to be like, oh, I did that. And maybe it helps put a few little extra dots on there that weren't on there very good. It makes me feel good about it. I'll do it. Hey, Just Joe. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this tape. Because if I leave out of this room, yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed. So I'm gonna try to stay right here and get this finished for tonight. But again, does anybody have any questions about anything? Does anybody in here bowl? And if you do, what do you look for when you're going to look for a shirt? Like, what are the things that stick out to you when you're buying your shirt? Like, is it a specific material, or what specific features are you looking at? Okay, so that, I don't like the way that's coming up. So let me feel on this side. All right, that's coming up better on this side. You see, like some of this right through here is not going down all the way, and it's coming up. So I have like a lot of little dots at the top up here that are not on the material. So what I'm going to do is, because I still have the tape on there and I have not pulled the whole thing up, and because when I got ready to pull right here at the top, I was suspicious of it anyway, I'm going to go back and repress this right through here. I don't like the way that's coming off, and I want them to get all of that. So, yep, I can just lay it right back down and go press it again. That's exactly what we're gonna do. And it's more or less the part that was closer to me towards the top. So I'm gonna go back a little bit more. And we're gonna press it again. And that's another thing about giving yourself time to complete your orders. Is like, I want to get this out in my mind. This is going out in the morning. But like in the next 30 or 40 minutes, if I'm just too tired, I'm not going to sit here and keep working. And then I mess something up. And then now the customer has to wait like the full duration of when I said I like to get it to them early, or it possibly ends up going past the time frame that I'm supposed to actually get it to them. But the company that I got these shirts from normally deliver it to my house within like 2 days. So, um, but I actually caught this particular shirt on sale. So now you're looking at, okay, is the item still on sale? Do they have it in stock? Because it wasn't, on sale. So giving myself that grace and time period to uh, have time to slowly um, complete orders if that's what I need to do. It took me a while to learn that because I was just like, okay, I got to order, I got to make this money. Let's go ahead and get it in, get it out. And I had to learn the hard way that no, you take your time and give yourself grace and time. There we go. Yep. And that second press is all we needed. So awesome. So now that is on there. So that's the bottom front. I'm gonna go back because remember the M right here did this right here on the side, and I think it's because where I have to place it at because of it's so close to the buttons. Um, but like putting it on and putting it up, I didn't want the name way over here. And so having it a little bit closer, I didn't mind having it a little bit closer on that side. Um, so, but it's still from this side over 2 inches. Um, and so that's how I'm doing all of them. But that M on the side of the buttons is not laying down like I wanted to. So before I forget, um, I'm going to go ahead and press that. And then I'm going to use that other cloth to put on the bottom of the shirt to help press in this impression because, again, it has that feel. And actually, some parts of it press pretty good into the material, like right in the middle. It did really good. Like I can feel it in the actual material. Um, but like on the outskirts of it, it feels like that vinyl. So it's letting me know that heat press is new to me. And so knowing is I'm trying to learn it to know exactly where like that sweet spot is for the pressure. And so I probably can have that. I know when my husband used it, he took the cushion out the bottom of it, and he said that when he pressed it, he was able to get something a little bit better of a turnout. And so I'm not ready to get rid of that cushion that's on the bottom. Um, but I like the way that middle feels. So let me go ahead and do the name, and then we're going to go back and put the material on the bottom. Okay. But as of right now, this is what we're working with, everybody. This is the front, and then that's the sleeve. Let me see, because I'm trying to look at my other camera over here. All right, so I have this on both sleeves. Okay. And my computer is lagging. Hey, Chloe and Stephanie. So we're just doing this bowling shirt. Okay. All right. And I am open to questions, y'all, comments, anything like that. Um, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this pressed over here. So again, I'm going to do the name again because it is not doing, that M isn't doing what I want it to do. And so I'm still going to flatten out because I'm still putting the heat on the design. I'm still going to flatten out that sleeve and make sure that it's not touching the name. I don't want any type of hiccups anywhere. Okay. And then I'm going to put this in as far as I can put it, because I think that's the only thing that's missing is that pressure that's right here on this edge. And I am on the okay, I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss a comment. But once I get up, I double check. All right, so I'm gonna put this Teflon on here. And that's the only thing about buttons, y'all, is trying to find that sweet spot. So in the machine, so you can make sure that you are not on those buttons. See, it moved over. So I see my sleeve is still flat. And my buttons are like right there, but I can pull them down and I'm gonna press it for the same amount of time. I'm sorry, y'all. I know my camera a little wobbly. If y'all, so again, I got this camera stand off of TikTok because it's the one that follows you. So that way when I'm moving around the room, I don't have to have somebody else in here with me. Um, and so it can, record as I go back and forth. But the bottom of it is so unstable. Like I tried a weighted blanket, and just putting a blanket around it and putting a chair on it and like putting anything on it to try to keep the base stable. So when it moves, it's not like wobbling so bad. Yeah, it's not working. I'm like, what in the world is going on? I don't get it. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. So I think my sleeve is tired of getting pressed because that tried to stick that time. But nothing came up. Thank God. And I'm gonna give this a minute on that M because it looks like it did the job that time. But I'm gonna have to figure something else out if that didn't do it. But it looks like it's on there fine now. And then we're gonna go back and do the bottom of this, and then we have to do the other side. So it's taken me a while to do each shirt, but I like to make sure my stuff is done correctly. So when I send it out, nobody's having an issue. And then let's see here. For this order, what I do is when people place their orders, like this is my quote sheet, I go in and like they wanted names on this. So I double check. So what I do is right next to the sizes, I put the name on the quote sheet. So let's say extra large, like if they had more than this, I would have did a spreadsheet and it would have said, okay, extra large, small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, and had everybody's name under the column. So I can just go through and mark off like column by column to make sure that I'm not missing anything. And before I do anything, I always double check because that is like the worst of you not double, triple, quadrupling, checking that something is what it needs to be, and you're like, oh man, I messed up. So that's another reason that I give myself grace and time to be able to get stuff done and completed. So like I'm getting sleepy. I got on here to talk to y'all so I could stay awake and complete this order. But I don't know if your girl gonna get it done tonight because I refuse to do stuff when I'm too sleepy because I'm not gonna mess anything up. Hmm. Hey Billy, thanks for coming in. How you doing? So, okay, let's see here. Y'all that did it. So, everybody that's coming in, I pressed the name out on this bowling shirt, right? And this M right here on this edge would not lay down right. And so I pressed it a couple of times. And because after I press it, I always go back and put like material on top of it to like press it more into the shirt or whatever material I'm working with. And it was because I wasn't going in super far in, because when you're pressing something with buttons, you want to make sure you do not put it underneath the heat. Like it has to be outside of the heat press. And so when I think I was doing that, I was trying to give myself a little bit too much extra room. So I just went back in and did it again. Perfect. All right. So this is where we are at. We did that sleeve. Hey, hey, hey. We did that name. And now we're going to go and put the extra material right down there on the bottom to press it even more. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. All right. So let's go ahead and again, the pillow is still on the heat press. And that pillow is just helping bump it up a little bit to, and you know what? I'm not even going to put the whole thing on there. So that way I'm not pressing it too much. Where? Here it is. I'm going to put what I have to put on here on here. Straighten this out. There we go. Put my Teflon to protect the material. Oh, and then we're gonna add our parchment paper on top. All right, down we go. Okay, that was a workout, y'all. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and hop off. I appreciate y'all for joining me tonight. But if my friend is on. Look, my cousin is up. My friend is on Facebook. Everybody's liking my stuff that I posted yesterday. But look at my bio. Go ahead and start following me on TikTok and then all my other social medias. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing. But I will see you all later. Whoop. I'm going to finish getting this done. Probably do one more shirt, and then I'm probably gonna go to bed, y'all. And then I'll get up in the morning and finish. Maybe I can get like an hour. It's almost 4 o'clock. So by the time I get done, about 4:30. So probably get me about a good 2 to 3 hours of sleep before my babies wake up and I have to get my day started. And then I'll be able to come back home and finish and get this shipped out tomorrow before 12. So wish me luck. I am going to do better about being on TikTok and just filming what I'm doing. Like I said, I have another order that I have to do in the next day or so to get 25 shirts out of here. So I will go ahead and jump back on and have y'all complete those with me as well. And then we'll start seeing what other orders I can get on here and do. And I didn't get a response from anybody to see like, do y'all actually like the whole QVC vibe that I'm getting from TikTok now on like them auctioning stuff off and like making it with you all on live and then like auctioning it off. I don't know how I feel about it yet. So and then I gotta see what I can do um to actually possibly do that if that's something that I want to do, or just get on here and like show y'all the stuff that I've been working with or doing. And like a lot of my stuff is just custom, so it's me emailing, calling, or texting the client to see what they want, um, and tell me about, like, if it's a gift, tell me about that person and giving me those ideas. Hey, Rads, of what that person likes. So that way I know what's, if you're giving me free range to be creative, what to kind of put into it. And that's what I love doing. And I love seeing like, or hearing like the reactions. Sometimes people take pictures and send it to me. That people just love something that I actually took, my time to create. That is so fulfilling to me. I love it. So I will, again, like I said, start getting on here a little bit more, be putting more stuff on here. And we're going to start using this embroidery machine. Because, yeah, I want to know how to, I need to start learning how to do patches because I have this idea in my head for a jacket that's going to be so cute, but I got to learn how to do a patch first. So, y'all come along on this journey with me. Go ahead and like, subscribe, YouTube stuff, follow me on TikTok, all that good stuff. And I'll be seeing y'all later. All right, bye. Uh, okay. And off we go.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.